Hill Street Beverage Company makes alcohol-free beer, wine, and adult format beverages. The company's products include Hill Street Craft Brewed Lager, Designated Draft Alcohol-Free Beer, Van Zero Wines, and Van Tense Wines. Hill Street also produces and sells cannabis-infused adult beverages as soon as the sale of cannabis edibles becomes legal in Canada in October 2019. Hill Street has licensed a patented infusion technology from Lexaria Bioscience, which infuses cannabis into beverages to mimic the onset and duration effects of alcohol. Hill Street Beverage Company is listed on the TSX Venture under the symbol BEER.
It is good beer.
It is good beer.
Ed, I'm telling you, it's good beer.
Want this one, Ed?
Ed, come on over and get your beer.
You know what?
Get a beer.
Just
hang around.
Just hang.
This Friday.
Hang around.
Hang around.
Great to see you, Ed.
Yeah.
Here's another character.
It's great stuff.
Where do you want Ed? Ed, they want you out of the shot.
Okay.
Apparently this is very.
Okay.
Here's the problem. These young people, Ed, are taking it way too seriously.
You know what? These youngsters.
I know. With me now is the CEO of Hill Street Beverage Company. It trades on the TSX. V:"beer.
Beer is the
Why does it say V:"beer?
It's on the Venture Exchange.
Oh, Venture Exchange.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Terry is he's a friend of mine, somebody I know, and he makes this product. This is called Designated Draft.
Yeah.
And if you, like myself, I don't drink alcohol, and I got the, I've known Terry for, I guess, a couple years now.
Yeah.
Terry's also, like me, from Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Melon Head.
Where?
Watermelon Head.
Nice. When I first met Terry, he told me he had 10 brothers and sisters. That's a true. Is it 10?
Yeah, that's true.
True story.
Yeah, yeah.
And anyway, we became acquaintances. And Hill Street Beverage Company is quite a story. March 1st, some news came out, reported your fiscal Q2 financial results.
Yeah.
Some interesting, for investors, some interesting news.
Yeah, year to date, I think we're up about 35%, something like that.
Nice.
Things are going very, very well. I mean, our first quarter, we had a great first quarter. We are up over 100% year over year. Because of such a big first quarter, we had slightly compressed second quarter, but generally speaking, we're tracking about a 30 to 40% raise over last year, which is just fantastic.
It is fantastic.
And it's really, you know, for us, the alcohol-free brands are really just a proxy for our cannabis products, right? So I actually expect the cannabis products will be the vast majority of our revenues when they finally come out, and we have this great platform because there's no prohibition on marketing non-alcoholic wine and beer the way there is marketing alcoholic wine and beer.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That you were not restricted in the same way that...
No restrictions.
Well, Terry's company, we spent a month together, Terry and David Polera, his marketing genius.
Yeah.
We did, because January was a big push for Hill Street in terms of getting people to try going basically booze-free for the month.
Yeah.
I've been booze-free for a few years, and I can tell you, if I want to get, because two things I want to talk about. One is how good this tastes. Ed's already drinking it. Let's try it. Because it's not, cheers, sir.
Cheers.
It's not like that, it's not like some of that other non-alcoholic stuff that is, well, it's basically dank and heinous.
Heinous. That was the word you used in January.
It's
heinous.
Heinous.
It's horrible.
This tastes like great beer.
It's great beer.
Because here's what they did, and this is why this is going to tie into cannabis. What they did at Hill Street, rather than make a non-alcoholic beer, they made a beer, a really, really good beer. It's won awards. And then they took the alcohol out of it.
Yeah.
Which is a huge difference in a lot of these companies that you've tasted, and they are shitty.
Yeah.
But this tastes like great beer. It just doesn't happen to have any booze in it. So I learned, and you're about to have Terry explain, that in the fall, when edibles become legal in October of 2019, this company is going to be ready to sell cannabis-infused, non-alcoholic beer and wine.
And wine.
Now, when you first told me, I thought that's weird. It'll just be like an edible, and you just get high. But it's different.
It is different.
Because the delivery system will allow the beverage to mimic
the effects of alcohol.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so we did a deal with a company called Lexaria.
That's right.
Lexaria has had great accolades. They just got a $12 million or $13 million investment from Altria to continue the R&D that they've developed, because their technology not only works on cannabis, it also works on nicotine. It works on non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. It works on vitamins and all kinds of things that are really bad-tasting chemicals that are oil-based, they're not water-soluble. And if you ingest them, they usually take 1 to 2 hours before you get the effect.
Like a typical edible is 45 minutes to an hour.
Right. And so what Lexaria has done is they've created this patented platform where you feel the effect usually within the first 5 minutes. You start to feel it. And you get the full effect within about 15 to 20 minutes. And the tests that we've done, we feel the effect as early as 5 to 6 minutes. You feel the full effect within about 15 minutes, and then...
And dissipates.
And then it dissipates over about 2 to 3 hours.
Terry, just back up a second. Because I've talked a little bit today, a little bit this week. So I didn't realize that. When you first told me that you guys were going to do this in January, I went, okay.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize is that technology, the Lexaria technology, can give you the feeling like you're having a glass of wine, where you start to feel something.
As you're drinking it.
As you're drinking it, 4 or 5 minutes in. It peaks after 15 or 20 minutes, and then it dissipates.
Yeah, and it really, when you think of a glass of wine, you don't do, with a glass of wine. But normal people, you kind of luxuriate over it, right? And so if you're luxuriating over a beverage, it's sort of, you're not really expecting like you do with a joint. You take a hit and it'll boom.
Well, you get
the maximum buzz.
Well, you get buzzed right away.
Right away. Whereas when you're drinking a wine or a beer, you have this kind of luxuriating experience.
It's more insidious. It sneaks up on you.
But it's also a social experience. It's a sharing thing, and you're doing it over a period of time. Like you have a few beer while you're watching a game.
Right.
And so we're creating that only with cannabis instead of alcohol.
Let me ask you, because I've done a lot of thinking about this, being somebody that, has some issues with alcohol. I don't know if you people do, but I did. And being someone that is a daily user in some form of cannabis. What I'm curious about is this. So I know that when I was going through some of my worst drinking, I only drank high-octane booze. I drank vodka, I drank scotch, and wine, which has higher elevated levels of alcohol. How are you going to do that with this? What I mean by that is there going to be like, the beer will be like having a beer version of weed. The wine will be like having a wine version, and so on.
That's exactly what we're creating. It's another one of the features of the Lexaria technology is it actually has about 5 to 10 times greater bioavailability of the THC than another edible. So a 2 milligram dose feels like a 10 to 20 milligram dose.
Oh, I see.
A bottle of wine, which we've done our tests with 10 milligrams, which is the maximum Health Canada allows, 10 milligrams in a bottle of wine. And it's fantastic because it feels like 50 to 100 milligrams. So you have 1 glass of wine and you feel it. You have 2 glasses, you feel great.
It more.
You feel it more. You feel great.
So you'll be able to regulate it. So let's say somebody, and by the way, I know, again, I know some of you are going to think, oh, I'm just saying that because I know the company. But I have not had the taste of beer for 3 years and 3 months until January. And I was blown away because if you had poured this in a glass and gave it to me, I'd say it's got booze in it. So when it comes to the way these people make their beverages, they know what they're doing. I'm excited because...
We've actually 3 world championships on our...
3
world championships.
Not 1. Most people got no world championships.
I know, exactly. We have been on the podium. Like when you look at the can...
Oh yeah, it's got a thing.
We show all those gold... Like that's not just a design thing.
No, it's
That's not something an art director made up. Those are actual medals.
The most awarded alcohol-free beer company to Le Monde.
To Le Monde.
But listen to me. I would tell you this. I can't wait for you to get this because, it's interesting because you'll be able to go into a store, come back with your weed beer, and you want a little bit of a buzz, or if you want a bigger buzz, you have a glass of your weed wine.
Or just buy a few more beer.
Buy more beer.
Buy more beer.
This company on the TSX, BER.
BEER.
BEER.
Just say beer.
BE. Why does it sound like I'm saying that wrong?
It's beer.
BEER. Oh,
beer.
2 E's.
Yeah, because it's beer.
All right.
TSXV beer.
Listen, Terry Donnelly,
Yeah.
great news for the consumers.
Yeah.
Hill Street Beverage Company.
Yeah, we're very excited about where this is going. Our goal is to be ready as soon as the product is legal to sell.
Which will be when?
Which God only knows.
I thought October was they're shooting for October.
Well, the latest I heard in today's Cannabis Professional, the latest is that the regulations will be dropped before October, or maybe by October.
Okay.
But they won't legalize the product for months following.
Oh my God.
So, it's another scenario with the government where you have no idea, and it's just...
They're just so dumb. We're all out here waiting for these products.
Yeah.
And tax revenue could be...
And not only that, but you have to make cannabis in a completely separate place than we make our beer. We have to literally get a new building, and entirely new production lines.
Yeah.
Oh, it's millions of dollars more.
All right.
So it was a ridiculous undertaking. Because we can handle allergens in our facility and not kill anybody.
But they won't let you handle...
But they won't let you handle cannabis.
Well, we'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
It was a great experience getting involved with you guys for the month of January and your Dry January initiative, which I believe I'm doing this from memory, but it was there was two big charities.
Yeah, the Prostate Cancer Foundation.
Prostate Cancer and
Arthritis Society.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And raised a lot of money.
6 million impressions. We had 2 million views of our videos.
Crazy.
It was
By the way, these videos are hilarious. If you want to go check it out, go to Hill Street Beverage...
HillStreetBeverages.com.
Okay. Terry Donnelly.
Howard,
Give my best to David.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.